What's up, everybody? You know the deal. Get up. That's right. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. And we've been talking about the levels of motivation, right? The different things that drive us, our whys, and how to dig deep into it. I've already reviewed a few of them. If you haven't checked out the very first one, which is, in my opinion, the most important one because it breaks down all seven, or it talks about all seven. And what I do is I go in and I debrief each one of those. Go back, hit the link above. It's going to take you to that video. And then we're going to talk about the next one right now. All right, so thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy. Stick around because I'm gonna wrap them all up to show you how they all work together to define who we are, right? And how we can change that, all right? See you in a second. So this particular one is about the individualistic motivator, right? The drive to be seen as unique and independent, all right? So the individualistic driver is one's need to be seen as autonomous, unique, and stand out from the crowd. The drive to be socially independent and to have the opportunity for freedom of expression. Like I want to express myself the way that I want to express myself. I don't need anybody to tell me how to be me, right? When you score high in this motivator, you need to be noticed as special. And I get it because everybody is special. But the higher the score, the more this person must prove that they're different. Like that is their core, right? Now, low scores, on the other hand, are more confident and secure, not seeking external validation or attention. I'm not even tripping on y'all. This is who I am, and I'm gonna just roll with the way that I roll, right? So listen, like I truly believe that we're all special, right? And put here for a reason. But in order to understand why, we have to dig a little bit deeper. So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about the strengths and the limitations of the individualistic motivator. And I think that that's extremely important that we understand it, right? So if you score high in individualistic, your strengths are independent, as I said before, unique. You're tolerant of others' differences, as well as autonomous, meaning independent or self-sufficient. I don't need any help, right? So if you score high individualistic, those are your strengths. Now, let's look at some of your limitations, right? If you score high individualistic, these are your limitations. You resist authority. You dislike structure and uniformity. You just kind of want to do it like that, right? You like to do things your way. And you may be inefficient and sometimes ineffective, right? So those are the things that you need to keep in mind when you're high individualistic. Now, when you break down the low individualistic strengths and limitations, they look a little bit like this, right? If you score low individualistic, some of your strengths are you don't need credit for the work. You really don't care who gets credit. Let's just get it done, right? You value servant leadership. You're good at helping others, and you see value in others easily. So those are the strengths of the low individualistic. Now, let's look at some of the limitations to when it comes to low individualistic, right? You may not speak up or share your opinion openly. You may settle for less, right? You may not desire being a directive type leader. And you may be less innovative and more disciplined, right? Like I said earlier, I truly believe that we're all special, right? But we let the world tell us we're not. As a matter of fact, sometimes we let the world tell us who we are. We let social influences tell us who to be. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
How to do what you do. How to believe in yourself, or better yet, what you should look like. You don't have to. That's why we try to tap into this inner power, that why. And you can't unless you get all of the things that's holding you back and remove them. Ask yourself, when we went over this, right? Ask yourself, what drives you in this motivation I just covered? When it comes to individualistic, what was one of some of the drivers that really stuck out to you that made you feel like, hey, man, that sounds like me? And then ask yourself, how can that be helpful or productive for you? Or how can it limit you? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves, y'all. If we want to grow, that is. Only one thing left to do. Only one thing left to do is hit the subscribe button, like, share, and be sure to come back, comment, man. I'm gonna wrap this thing up like I said before, and I'm sorry, I apologize. The sun may be blocking y'all out, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna break these things down every single time because I truly believe, again, y'all, that we're all special. A lot of us just don't know how to tap into it, or we're afraid to believe in ourselves. So we allow the world to tell us. How about asking yourself these questions? That way nobody has to tell you anything except for you. See you next time. Peace.